Hey guys, it's Carrie, and I am going to be making a bookmark tutorial today. So I'm following along with the 12 Days of Christmas for the Friendly Junk Journal People group. And so I'm going to show you how to make a bookmark with just some pretty simple supplies. So here's what you're going to need: a glue stick, which I have here. You're going to need your scissors. I like to use my crocodile when I punch holes, but if you have just a regular hole punch, I imagine that will work as well. I have a little piece of coffee dyed seam binding, a tiny little eyelet, and then I've got some scrap pieces of material that I'm going to try and work with, and a little bookmark that is 2x6. I actually purchased a package of bookmarks from Michael's last year. It's a recollections package, and there were 50 pieces inside of it. But really, if you just have white cardstock, that's totally going to work as well. Let's just try it and see how it goes. Now, what I want to tell you, I've already actually ripped my fabric, but basically I was just working with a little strip, and I'll show you kind of what I do. I just literally make a little slit and rip. And it gives you that frayed edge, which is what I like, but certainly you don't have to do that. You could just cut it with scissors. I'm not actually using this fabric, but just to show you how I got my little strips. So, okay, let's just try this. This is clearly not what I have done a lot of. I think I'm going to build it upside down. I'm just trying to think about how I want to do this. So, okay. Maybe what I should do first is get myself a little piece of parchment paper, because I don't want to get glue on my little tag board here that I'm using. And here's what I'm trying to decide. Do I want to build this kind of upside down or right side up? I don't know. Let's just do it. So here we go. I'm taking the glue stick. Let me make sure that I stay in the frame. Maybe like right here. Okay, so I'm just going to take some glue. And I think I just got this glue stick at Walmart. It's a fatty, and I like it. So I've just put some glue down. And then I'm going to take my first. Okay, let me think about this, because I kind of want the frayed edge to be down at the bottom. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Then I'm basically going to alternate. I'm just going to do green and then the multicolor, green, the multicolor. Now this fabric is directional. You can see there's little tiny hearts on it. So I need to make sure that, the hearts are kind of going in the right direction. So that's how I want it. I'll just put some more glue stick down. I don't think you can have too much glue stick. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Stick it down. We're going to do green next. And then I think what I'm going to do is stitch this all the way around, just to be sure that it's, down, securely down is what I'm trying to say. Okay, getting some more glue stick out here. I don't worry about any of those fibers. I don't worry about the strings or anything. Let me add just a titch more glue to that corner. And let's see. I'm basically just building little layers. Okay. And then we'll do another green. More glue. Sorry, I don't know why I'm humming. Probably because I don't really, I've only ever done one other tutorial, and it was for making a tassel. Usually I just film the journals, like a flip through or something, and that feels different than making a tutorial. So anyway, okay. There. Now, here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to see what happens if I pause this video, and I'm going to go stitch around this, and then I'm going to come back. So hang tight with me. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So I'm back. And first off, clearly I'm not a professional sewer, as you can see. Here's what I did. I went around and I stitched it. Here is the back. What I probably should have done is cut my fabric first so that I could see better. But whatever, this is what I did. So let's just see what it looks like when we start to kind of trim it up. So I'm basically just going to take my scissors and just kind of go down. You guys, I apologize if you hear like yelling in the background. My husband's watching live PD, and he gets real involved when he's watching the show. So if you hear it, I apologize. I'm in the other room, but you know, he's a little vocal. Football, live PD, anything sports, UFC, whatever. It gets a little wild. Okay. So let's just see. Here's some little snippets. You could save those too. Like I might even save these just to add into, you know, another little project or a little snippet or something. I don't know. So I'm going to cut that off. Then what I think I'm going to do is just take my crocodile and see if I can kind of center up a little bit. Now see, material doesn't always cut the greatest with crocodiles. So sometimes you just got to take your scissors and like snip. And then, I guess I could do this. Then I'm going to take my little eyelet and just pop it in. I always like to flip it like this. And then I'm going to crunch it down like that. And then I'm just going to take my little seam binding, thread it through, just like this, loop it, swoop it. See, I hear the yelling. So sorry, you guys. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. Okay, so here is what it looks like, and it's just it's soft. Obviously, it's fabric. You're going to have, you know, a couple little strings and a little bit of fray, but I actually like that. And I don't know, it's kind of sweet. So it could totally work as a bookmark. Just one way to have a little fun with it. And see what you can create. So there you go. Again, I just used 2x6 bookmark, but you could use regular scrapbook paper or cardstock, I mean, something with a little bit of thickness to it. I used a glue stick. I used some seam binding, some scrap material, and then I stitched it. You could, if you weren't going to stitch it, I'd use maybe something stronger than a glue stick, like Fabri-Tac or something, just because I don't think a glue stick would hold it. It'll tack it down for you like a placeholder, but it's not going to hold it long term. So go for Fabri-Tac if you don't have a sewing machine to stitch it down. And hey, you know what? You could also hand stitch it if you wanted to. So anyway, think it over. There you go. There's my little project share. I think it turned out kind of cute. If I were to make it again, I don't think I'd use material that's got lines because obviously they're not totally lined up. But also, I don't care about things like that. So anyway, there you go. There's my little bookmark. You guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.